This week we're at Torrey Pines High School, and right behind me is a 21 stair. But that's not all the school has to offer. There's plenty of spots. There's a 14 stair, a 12 stair, an 11 stair. We got the manual pad, gap to hubba, the long out ledge, and we're gonna cover it all in today's video. Welcome to Spot History. All right, the 14 stair. All right, we're gonna start things out over here on the 14, then we'll get to the 21 later. Let's start the list off.
Wes Kremer, switch ollie. And pop shove it down this thing. That's a big pop shove it. Pop shove it 14. Gnarly. Oh, this is a heavy one. Wes Kremer, switch board slide. Wes Kremer, frontside 5-0. Truman Hooker, busting a fat old stalefish down this thing. Always love a big stalefish. Oh, stair set looks sick. Truman Hooker also got creative here. Set a piece of wood down the stairs, gapped into it. Front board fakie. Lip slide.
I think a lot of the footage, people put wood down for the landing. Some they don't though, and pop back into the sidewalk.
People always hated on that, as much as I would love to do that too. It sucks. You have to just skate it like this.
Yeah, it's weird though. This spot, there's a lot of tricks into wood at this spot on this stair set and the 21. For whatever reason, people just did not care on this set. Or maybe more of those tricks are done in the early 2000s when people cared less.
Yeah, that was about the time that people were doing that. Pretty perfect 14 though. It's like not humongous. I mean, it's still high.
Yeah, seems pretty steep. Like you don't have to ollie a big distance to get to the bottom. It's more high than it is wide.
Half gap by Koby Dvorak.
John Lupfer did an ollie front 180. Marcus switchback 180'd this. That's a big switchback one. Hugo Lagunas with a nice looking airwalk. Always love a good airwalk.
Hey, did you guys know? Nick Suarez kickflipped this son of a bee.
Wow.
Oh, hey, you know there's a big perfect set. Jeff DeChesare is gonna double flip that thing. Yeehaw! Back in the day, Figgy, he varial flipped this thing. Figgy also nollie flipped it in his birdhouse, the beginning part. That's a hefty nollie flip down this thing.
Eric Clark Smith. Chris Colbourn, Warble 3, Boneless Smith. Yeah, that's a wild one. Yeah, that's crazy. All right, before we continue with the trick list, before we show you the other spots at the school, Dalton's gonna ollie this set. But while he does that, I'm gonna talk about today's video sponsor, AG1. AG1 is a daily foundational nutrition supplement that supports whole body health. AG1 elevates your baseline health by supporting the essential and universal needs your body has each day to thrive. From nutrition replenishment, stress management, gut optimization, and immune support. So yeah, we drink AG1 every morning and we definitely feel the positive results from it. I think he's up there. I think he's about to go. All right, I'll keep talking about AG1. You got the next go though. We enjoy drinking it. I mean, when you think of a health drink, you probably think it's not gonna taste so good. AG1 actually does taste good. And we've been drinking AG1 for about 5 months now. Here we go. Nice. Some of our favorite benefits about AG1, stress and mood balance, immune defense, nutrition replenishment, and as skaters, this one has to be our favorite benefit, focus and energy. You got it, Dalton, focus on this, go. One powerful scoop, AG1 is the scoop that changes everything. There may be a lot of dupes out there, but there is only one AG1. AG1, they're the first to pack this much nutrition and gut health into one powerful scoop. Yeah!
That was one of the hardest 14s I've ever skated.
That was sick. Go to drinkag1.com/DernBrothers to get a free bottle of vitamin D3K2 and 5 extra travel packs of AG1 with your first purchase. Thanks to AG1 for sponsoring today's video. Back 50, Marius Syvanen. Here's a pretty crazy one. Front 180 stalefish, Zane Timpson.
My lane, I swerve purposely. I spit fire, burn.
All right, Tyler Surrey did nollie, switch 180, and switch front side flip. Apparently all when he was like 14 years old. Switch front side flip is crazy. Yeah. Alex Willms did a few things here. He back 5-0'd the rail, kick flipped the set, and he nose blunted the rail. But let's talk to him about it. Yo, what up, dude? How you doing?
Chilling.
So yeah, I mean, let's get straight to it. Torrey Pines. Let's start with the 14 stair. Back 5-0, kick flip, and nose blunt. Any kind of battle stories you got from those?
Yeah, the nose blunt for sure. That one was kind of funny. I was at Carmel Valley Skate Park, just nose blunting the handrail there a bunch of times. And I told my friend, I was just like, yeah, I think, maybe the 14 would work out. I think I was 15 years old and just didn't really know what tricks were good for what spots. Like, obviously a nose blunt on that rail is like really sketchy, like way better to just do it on a, less steep rail. But we would skate it a lot back then. We would always just use wood for the rollaway. Yeah, so I asked my friend, I was like, does anybody have wood or a sign or anything? And then we just like cruised over to his house and he's like, yeah, I got some wood. Yeah, I was just like sitting in the car and the garage door opens and he comes out with like this tiny piece of wood and like this piece of shit little sign. And everybody's just kind of looking at him just like, yeah, that's good. Like that'll work. Like everybody knows that it's terrible, but it's like, we're just like, okay, yeah, we'll make it work. And then, yeah, it took maybe like 2 hours to get it, just kind of set it up. And the dirt on the side was kind of like a bank. So it didn't land level. What was happening was I was like landing the trick a lot and I was just landing in the sign, in the wood, and I was just kind of splatting and slipping back. And then there was one where I rolled my ankle, like my front foot went under the nose of the board. I was like, all right, just maybe a few more and then I'm over it. And then, yeah, I just ended up locking into a really nose blunt and then just, slowly kind of came off. And yeah, it was super, super sketchy, but it ended up working out.
Nollie heel, Kevin Romar did it perfect too.
Yeah, I remember that clip. It was filmed at night.
Yeah, that's a heavy nollie heel. This would be really hard and scary to nollie heel. Austin Lenahan, back big spin. That is a beefy back big spin down this thing.
She been doing to me.
Brendon Villanueva, V heel. Down a 14, that's so gnarly. He also hard flip down this thing. Insane. That is a massive hard flip, massive V heel. That is so sick to have those two under your belt on this thing. Two big hammers. This run up is really gnarly. You should come back here with me. The kids are gonna want to see this one. I felt like I was at the worst, oldest skate park in the world back here with this concrete.
Yeah, back here you gotta go through the trenches.
This is insane. This is uphill right here too. So even the spot, now that I stand back there, you can tell that this is all slightly uphill, which is insane.
That is very true.
And look at this ground right here. Look at this. This is just straight like gravel.
Do you always remember it being super crusty up there?
Yeah, for sure. I think there's a crack there now that wasn't there before, just kind of like a little earthquake crack. It was really crusty in between the ramp and the start of the 14 concrete. It was like frustrating where you would come at it with a lot of speed and then it would absorb a lot of speed and you just end up going slow, or you go super fast and then like you'd just be going too fast. So it was hard to like judge the speed,
I started skating 56s because of how weathered the world's been getting. 56 orbs.
Forever ago, Chris Troy
tray flip this thing back in black. We actually went to the premiere to that when we were like, what, I was 12 or something? Yeah, probably. I was a teenager for sure. Younger. Steve McNeal, switch grind on this. That's a steep switch grind.
My favorite trick on the 14 is probably Steve McNeal's switch grind. He's kind of an underground San Diego legend. Not an ideal rail to do a switch grind on, just, you know, straight down, super low, just switch ollieing out into oblivion.
He also did an ollie 50-50. Wow. And back lip. And he did blunt slide. Front feeble, Cody Subido. Ah!
That was worse than going for the trick.
You see Dalton just jumped down the set, Kanaan.
It was terrible. I thought I was gonna clip. These handrails are pretty good dimensions. Yeah, we'll see how they feel.
Dalton and Kanaan are now gonna skate the 14 rails before we move on with our video.
This is for the people at home.
God!
What happened? I just wasn't ready for the landing. I just landed all wrong.
That was a gnarly slam.
YouTube, this is what we do for you guys. I should have landed that. I don't know why I just like plummeted into the ground. Yes! Oh my gosh.
Back to back.
Man, I'm glad we're done with that. That was so much harder than I thought it was gonna be. I don't know what was going on. Like I couldn't be strong when I was at the bottom of it.
All I saw you was like fighting a roll away.
Oh dude,
I was
yeah.
like, oh, he stayed on, all right.
I had to go through this sandstorm over here, this sand mountain. I was like, oh yeah.
Yeah, I missed that part because I was ready to get Kanaan's grind.
I don't know if I was gonna try to go through here. I was like, or just go through this. And
yeah.
Thankfully that worked. This might have even been better, but either way, yeah, I don't know.
Yeah.
Nice. 2 for 2.
Did it again to demonstrate the grass rollaway I see for the audience.
Yeah, just to prove that what would have happened there. Now we know. Both of them worked. It's insane.
Yeah.
Also, I think this would be a good pathway. Just through the concrete, you know?
Well, yeah.
I saw Kanaan taking that route.
Kane, you got another trick or what?
I should, huh?
Yeah, what are you thinking?
Surprise.
All right, I'll get down here and I'll be ready for it.
Has no slide been done on this?
I don't think it has, honestly.
Oh, dude, that's sick. MBD.
Yeah.
Wow. Wow.
In a line.
That was such a good heel flip. Oh, man. Where do you think he's going?
He's out of here.
Oh, okay, all right. So we're done then.
Well, no, we got to go check out the rest of the school. There's a 21 stair over there.
Hey, Kanaan, there's a 21 over here.
Yeah, come back. We got more to do. Huge double set right here. Wow, look at the Bondo.
Alex Willms, another ender here. Huge ollie over the rail, which is still gnarly just going over this rail. But then you got this whole planter with all these bushes, which makes the distance that much further. And I know they had to put a sign down on one of those holes because it looks like you would literally land right in front of it, if not like pretty much feel like you're on that thing.
Dude, that double set that you ollied over the side of behind the 14, that is nuts.
That one was pretty tough. I actually went to high school at this school. That's the stair set I would walk up every day to go to class. It never even occurred to me like somebody could go over the thing. Maybe a couple years after I graduated, I was just kind of cruising around the school and took a look at it. And I was like, damn, somebody could maybe go over this thing. And then, yeah, after talking about it for a super long time, it was probably like January 2022 when I tried it. The main thing I was concerned of was there's another rail that goes down the middle of the set. It's like adjacent to the one you're going over. and you have to come into it at like a pretty tight curve. It's almost like you have to thread the needle to do the ollie. What I did was I just laid down a strip of pine needles as just like a marker of like, don't go beyond this point, or you might hit your ass on the rail, the adjacent rail. I did that, and then I wrapped like a little piece of bush around the rail I was going over. I just wanted to do that to like have a visual template of like, okay, this is where you're going. When I started trying it, I couldn't see the wall at the bottom. So there's like, you know, you go over the rail and the gap, and then there's a wall, and I wasn't sure if I was gonna clear it or clip it or what. I just started like kicking out a bunch of times, like maybe 5, maybe even 10 tries. And yeah, just getting pretty beat up from doing that. I think I stuck one, and that was like, okay, I can actually clear this thing. And there was probably like 3 more sticks that I ended up getting it. Yeah, in my mind, before I was trying it, I was like, okay, I'm gonna be going so fast that I'm just gonna ollie the 14 afterwards. But yeah, the asphalt in between the 2 sets absorbed a bunch of my speed. And I'm just like cruising up to the 14. I was just like, what do I do? I just like improvised and back 50'd it. Yeah, just like barely hung on to that one.
Yeah, that's amazing.
Just want to say I'm grateful that Wes and Marius were there when I was doing it. Not only are those 2 dudes probably the 2 best hype men in all of skateboarding, but they're also kind of the first generation of Carmel Valley locals. They grew up in that zone too, and they went to Torrey Pines as well. So yeah, just having them there was a treat. I definitely don't think it would have gone down without them.
You need all the hype around you. Sometimes that's what it takes to land something massive like that, for sure.
Yeah, no doubt.
Zane Timpson, such a sick move. He dump trucked off of this railing into this debris back onto the concrete.
Yeah, he had the dirt wheels on.
Yeah, you're definitely gonna need the dirt wheels.
We were making a commercial one time, and we made a stunt double for Dalton. Made it look like he was doing some gnarly tricks. Stunt double definitely sent it off this balcony.
Wow, that's high up there.
Yeah.
You good?
My back.
Wonder what that guy's up to nowadays. Probably in a dumpster. So there's like a bunch of stair sets and weird AstroTurf grass banks. A lot of ledges that are skate stopped up here. This is a 12 stair, pretty new. Pretty good 12, just need to bond to this crack. Nice.
That looks pretty fun. All right, we found this 13 stair that Josh Perkins feebled before the knobs and the kinks were on.
That's the only trick I know of on this.
All right. Geez, that's pretty tall. Jordan Hoffart back 50'd this thing.
Yeah, all the way down past this last stair set.
Jeez. And he nose slid it.
He had a piece of wood that he dropped in on the top one, but then just grinding and sliding past 3 sets of stairs on this high ledge is insane.
Yeah, it's like that tall. Must have to use a whole brick of wax for that one.
Yeah, it's crazy. He's the only one to skate this as a spot, and he got 2 tricks on it.
Look how they skate stopped it by putting a pole here. Somebody cut out the rail, and they were like, nope, not having it.
Nice. Yeah, this is the wall ride. We got the out ledge right here.
It's a little chunky now.
Yeah, now it is.
Jamie Palmore did tail slide 270 shove out on the inside.
Dang.
Sam Dilred did front nose fakie. But Alex Willms switch front nosed it.
Cheyenne Esimbolchi did front 5-0, but on the inside of the ledge.
Mycah Williams did a few tricks here. Melon wall ride, shove out. Wall ride, nollie 360 out. He also did half cab wall ride. He got the broken tail roll away with the foot plant finger flip.
This dude Matt, wall ride nollie 3 shove out. There's some 7 stairs right here. Looks like these side rails are a go.
Austin Zito tail slid this.
Yeah, there's a small bank right there. Are you gonna tail drop into it or what?
Try. Alex Willms, back 180 nose grind. That is so unexpected on this rail. That is some amazing talent right there if you can back 180 nose grind this thing.
Yeah, just, you know, it's probably not the best spot, but it's like, it's what we had in our immediate zone. So it was just like, oh, it's another thing, like it's skatable, like let's just fucking skate it, you know?
There's another stair set.
Austin Zito, gap front 5-0 down this thing. AJ Kamau, gap tail slide. Damn, switch 180 to 5-0 by Alex Willms. That's super gnarly.
Usually everybody would use wood to get run up, but that day we were skating it, it was just like really dry and the dirt was like skatable. So my friend Isaac was just like, dude, you should skate this thing. And I was like, all right, well, let's see what I can do. I think I switched nose slid it first, and that kind of, you know, helped me work my way up to getting it into a 5-0.
All right, yeah, this is the manual pad. We're gonna list off a lot of manual tricks right now, but we're not gonna cover all of them because it is an endless list. So these are some of the notable ones we wanna mention.
Jarrett Toomey, switch flip, fakie manual 180.
Jake Taylor did tray flip nose manual on this. Dan Nepcha, you wanna know what he did? Look at the dirt back there. He kick flipped into that somehow, and then came over here and nollie flip manualed this.
Wes Kremer, inward heel nose manual front 180. Yeah, I mean, honestly, Wes Kremer has absolutely destroyed this thing with multiple manual tricks. Just watch one of his parts, you'll see for yourself. So there used to be a planter here. Wes Kremer did a line where he kickflipped up the curb, backheeled over the planter, and then switch 180'd off the curb. Super sick.
All right, nollie varial heel manual. Not sure if I'm pronouncing this name right, but Sanaya. He also did fakie tray flip switch manual and fakie varial heel switch manual. Nice.
Joey Walder once battled a kickflip manual on this thing.
Yeah, and he got it.
Backside pressure flip switch manual by Fakie. That is a crazy random one from him, but so sick. Switch flip nose manual 180 out by Stephen Lawyer. And then he also got no complied tray flip Manny down this thing.
Nollie hard flip manual, Graham Siggins, and Taylor Verva. Nollie back 360 heel flip manual to back 180 out. That is such a crazy trick to do, but even crazier is that someone else also did it, Spencer Prade. But Graham also got the nollie laser flip manual.
Tyler Surrey, switch backside flip nose manual 180. Andy did nollie big flip switch manny. AJ Zavala, half cab heel nose manual.
Switchback big spin manual by Walker Ryan. That's a gnarly one. He also got the switchback big spin nose manny. and switch impossible fakie manual, which is probably the gnarliest one. Florida, John D'Lo, front shove, nose manual, nollie flip. He also did fakie frontside flip, nose manual, frontside 180 out. Jamie Palmore, 180 switch crook up the planter.
When it was there.
It's hard to imagine.
Good thing we got the footage to look back on.
Will Fyock, switch front 3, fakie manual. Fakie laser flip, switch Manny, Jimmy Carlin. Fakie tray flip, switch manual, switch front shove, Sage Britton. All right, that's enough of the manual pad. Let's see what else the school has to offer. People used to skate these ledges back in the day, but now they're all skate stopped.
I mean, this is like the main one right here people used to skate.
Oh yeah, that would be fun. So there used to be a crazy kink rail right here that only one person hit, Alex Willms. Why don't you ask him about that one, Destin?
I will. The grind you did on the gnarly kink rail that they took out, that's insane.
I don't remember too much about that one. That thing was really sick though. You kind of you had to curve into it really hard. But getting onto it was almost like a flat bar. I got off early, so I exited it early, but you could have taken it like all the way to the bottom. I mean, I'm sure your brother could have done it. So many kinks, but yeah, I think that was my actual first street kinked rail. And it was like a good kind of training wheels kinked rail, just super low to get onto. And it ended up working out pretty quick. There was one where I like stomached the rail and knocked the wind in the first sec, but ended up being all right.
This is a location that Dalton stunt double, we sent him off that balcony back there.
Right here, first try.
All right. If you zoom in right there, it looks like there's a ledge in there you can skate, but
Definitely is. It looks pretty good.
let's go down here. I know there's some more to skate over here.
Yes, there is.
No comply big heel Figgy down this 8 stair right here. Someone skating in here?
It looks like somebody was skating this
Do you think that
whole ledge. They
The
probably
whole thing.
started over there.
that is insane?
Yeah, but they put these skate stoppers in. I don't know. Yeah, your wheel.
If anyone knows if there's a clip where someone hit this whole ledge, we want to see it. Leave it in the comments below.
All right, so this is an interesting one. Before these were kink rails, and there was a rail there. You used to be able to drop in down this like a bank and hit this rail, which was completely different. Alex Willms got a Smith on this.
I'm surprised there isn't a huge list of tricks on that set.
That thing was really sick because it was like one of the rails was missing on the run up and you didn't need wood to drop in for it. Like it was just like a perfect bank you could drop in to get speed. So yeah, that one, what I would do was like when it was a certain amount of stairs, like I would front smith the rail at CV Park that amount of times. So if it was 12 stairs, then I would have smithed the CV rail 12 times. I think it was chilling. Probably maybe 4th try, maybe 5th try, something like that.
Or also Killicam, Cameron Wetzler, bombed down this thing and got a beast of a kickflip down this. Wow, damn, I didn't know. I always
Yeah,
wondered where
look at
this
the
was.
Bondo on this job.
This is gnarly. This is like downhill pop right here.
Yeah,
Dude.
11 stair right here. Looks like there's some knobs on it. Nothing too crazy, but
Yeah.
that'll stop some people. New fence.
Chris Troy, kickflip crook. I remember seeing it in the audio part that he put out.
I think those knobs haven't always been there.
Yeah, you can go through it, which is pretty crazy. Jordan Hoffart, blonde fakie. Kickflip front board on this thing, pretty gnarly. Dan Nepsha. And front nose, circle rail, super gnarly front nose. Brendan Anderson got a crook on this thing. And a blunt slide to regular.
Alex Willms has definitely done the most tricks at this school. He has done quite a few on this 11 here. He switched front big spin this set, fakie flip, backside flip, switch heel, back lip, And nollie back big spin.
You skated that 11 stair a lot. What's your favorite that you did on that set?
My favorite was probably the backside flip. My friend Isaac, I really liked how he filmed it. He just got in there really well, fisheye. But the reason I skated that so much was because when I was like 16 or 17, that was the first crack that I bondoed. So I was just kind of like, all right, I want to skate the spot that I bondoed, just take a bite out of my own meal, you know?
Dude, that is awesome. Oh yeah, look at this bench in here, his skate stop, that's crazy. Yeah, only one side too. That side's still a go, that's so weird. So that's all the tricks on the 11 stair. We're gonna hit the 21 next. But before we go, I remember there used to be like a generator or a trash compactor, something nearby. Bradley Ross dropped in on it. Yeah. All the new stuff built at schools are already pre-skate stop, or all the rails aren't very skatable.
You can still make some things happen for sure.
A little fun spot here. Here's a brand new 6 stair over here.
Hey, that's a good 6 stair to get your tricks dialed on.
Definitely. Oh, yeah, there's a crack. Oh,
Bring your bondo.
oh, this is some new concrete up here, huh?
Yeah, it's not as much of a bump as it was.
21 stairs.
Lip slide fakie, Tommy Sandoval, last trick of his new blood part.
Anybody who knows the spot well enough just knows, like, we all kind of bow down to that lip slide fakie. The craziest thing is the spot lands half and half. So it's like the left is concrete, the right is dirt. So going that fast on a lip slide and then pulling it out to the left to fakie is epic.
Gnarly slam. Mike Dwayne tried to feeble this thing and it did not end well. 50-50, Josh Perkins. He also 5-0'd it.
Yeah, but I don't think the footage exists anymore. Apparently it's like lost footage or something.
Huh.
That's what Alex Willms told me.
Brendon Villanueva, 50-50 front 180. And he also nose blunted it.
All right, this is super gnarly about this rail. So what's good with rails like this is you can always test them and grind and jump over into the grass. But when they have a stump here, that can be the most deadly thing of all time. I have rolled my ankles and not been able to skate for months because of things like this.
Yeah, look at that thing. That thing is a huge stump. That'll get you. 2 Smiths have been done. James Martin and Tyler Quigley.
Zane Timpson, rest in peace. His boards are still for sale. All proceeds go to his family, so be sure to cop one of those, heroinskateboards.com. But he feebled down this thing, which is insane. And even more crazy, I think, is board slide. Alex Willms definitely holding the belt on this one for sure, with back 50, back 5-0, and then he even topped it with a back Smith. I remember when that came out, it was all over the internet. It was Ender, I think, in one of his parts, and it was just so gnarly. It just kept being posted. Like, you couldn't go on Instagram without seeing it. So who cares what we have to say? Let's ask him firsthand.
The back 5-0, that was my 21st birthday. And the way that I lined it up was I kind of wanted to do like 21 at 21. So I'm leaving my pad to go to the rail, and I have like some happy birthday texts. And one of them was from Dan Connolly, who's the co-founder at Skate Mafia. Yeah, he'd been flowing me boards for probably 3 months at this time. And his text pretty much just said, like, happy birthday. I want to get your opinion on this video project I'm working on. And I was like, yeah, for sure, like send it over. So I started heading over to the rail, and I'm probably like 3 red lights away from the thing. Yeah, I remember the exact red light I was at, but I opened the message, and just for a little context, like Dave Swift is already at the spot. So I'm now making legendary skateboard photographer Dave Swift wait on me. I was always terribly nervous to skate the big stuff. So, I'm in this car just like shaking. I open this message, and it's just like a video message, and it says, it's the Skate Mafia logo, and then it says welcomes, and then the next frame is like my name. And I was just tripping because that was like the first time I learned that I was getting on Skate Mafia.
So he knew you were skating that spot. Do you think he was trying to hype you up to get the make?
He had no idea I was going there. So
it just was perfect timing.
Yeah, it was just like, just coincidence. And I was just like, dude, I'm like sitting at the red light, just like, holy fuck. Collected myself, got to the spot. Luckily, the 14 and the 21 are pretty much identical, other than, the size difference. Yeah, I just ended up back 50ing the 14 maybe 3 times, and then I back 5-0'd it 3 times. And then, yeah, we just moved over to the 21 right away. So then I back 50'd the 21 twice. After that, I just kind of got stuck in the roll-up maze, just rolling up over and over, just psyching myself out. But then, yeah, after maybe 15 minutes of rolling up, I got the confidence to commit, and it ended up working out.
Okay, what about the back Smith? How much time passed between the back 5-0 and the back Smith, and then what's the story with the back Smith?
So the back Smith was 2022, so it would have been like 3 years after the back 5-0. So this trick was really special for me, just because, like I said, I grew up in this zone, and with all the kids that I grew up skating with, the 14 and the 21 local El Toros for us, So when I was maybe like 14 or 15, the craziest thing my teenage mind could conceive was just like, one day I want to backsmith the 21. So years later, I found myself at a point where I could maybe actually do it. And yeah, I had a video part coming out with a lot of big tricks, so I wanted something that would like contend with all the other stuff. I had subtle suspicions that they might be turning me pro for this part. I wasn't 100% sure, but I was just like, okay, this is gonna be the part, like I want to end it with the backsmith, It just felt like the right time to give it a shot, and I ended up trying it for the first time in February of 2022. Once again, just kind of started at the 14, probably back 50'd it a bunch of times, and then I think I backsmithed it 6 times, just having so much OCD. Yeah, we moved over to the 21, and the tries that day were looking sketchy, like not too good. Just like grinding maybe only a little bit of the rail and then jumping the majority of the set to flat. And then there was one I locked into back lip, and that really freaked me out. Yeah, I ended up sticking it once that day, and the tail snapped off my board. There's probably like 45 minutes of daylight left, so it's cutting it kind of close. And I just sprinted all the way across the parking lot to my car, just like grabbed the deck, grabbed the grip tape, just like sprinted back, scrambled to set it up, and my OCD had kind of renewed itself. So I was just like, I have to go back to the 14 and backsmith it. We went back to the 21, and my mind was still not at ease. So I was just kind of like, I have to back 50 it. And then, yeah, on that back 50 attempt, I just like locked into a wheelie grind, kind of like slid down the rail on my shin, and then just like splatted on the ground below. I couldn't walk for like a week after that one, so I was just like, it's definitely not happening today. I think 6 weeks went by, and I was just like kind of tripping over it, losing sleep and stuff, but it was really hot that second time. I think it was like 90 degrees or so. Yeah, once again, just kind of started at the 14. The first time I tried to backsmith it that day, the tail snapped off my board on the 14, and that just kind of like shattered my over control, just like, this was going to be the board I was going to do it on, all this stuff. So set up the new one, and, just all the hell I was putting myself through the first time I had tried it, and just all the OCD. I was just like, all right, I'm just going to try the backsmith on the 21. So the first try, this time, I locked into a back lip, and then it was almost like going into back lip fakie. And I just kind of jumped off in midair, just kind of Shamu style, and just splatted on the ground. And I didn't know it, but I tore or pulled a muscle or something in my rib. Yeah, it didn't hurt at the time, so I just kind of ran back up the set and kept trying it. The next 2 tries, I grinded maybe an inch of the rail and just jumped the whole set to flat.
Jeez.
Yeah, the third try, I think I hit my head a little bit, and I was just like, that's 3 sketchy tries in a row. Like if there's a 4th one that's not looking good, like I'm over it. So I think I got relatively close on the 4th. And then there was one where I stuck it and fell forward, and there was one where I stuck it and slipped back. And I was just like, okay, I just need to get the balance in between the two. And then, yeah, it was the try after those 2 that I ended up getting the roll away. That one was really special because that was the trick that I wanted more than any other. So super hyped to get that one.
No doubt, best trick gone down at the spot, heaviest trick for sure. We're here again with the measuring tape. We're gonna get the measurements on the 21. We're not gonna worry about the other spots. I think this is the spot we're really curious on the measurements of. How tall, how long is this thing? Let's find out. Okay, it looks like 6 inches, 6 inches. All right, so these are all gonna be 6 inches. There are a couple that are a little smaller. The top few are 5.5 inches. If we add all of it up, it's about 10 feet 3 inches. Let's do the length now. The first 2 are 10.5, 10.5. Sorry guys, it's all good. The total length, about 18 feet 5 inches. So those are the measurements of the 21 stair here at Torrey Pines. What was the other biggest spot we did that we measured? Skyline. Here's the measurements of Skyline to compare. So there was talks about skating the 21 rails today, but I guess they're a little overgrown. So we're not gonna be doing that, but we do have a stunt double. Today we have Coney Hawk. Wow. Oh. And this is another spot Dalton's stunt double went down the stairs as well.
All right, that's our video at Torrey Pines High School. Let us know if we missed any tricks in the comments below, and please subscribe. We post videos all the time.
By the way, shout out to you for helping so heavy with our list on this video.
Yeah, I'm super stoked you guys did Torrey Pines just because, you know, it's such a special spot for just me growing up, for so many others, and for San Diego in general.